Tonight's show is our second episode, and this second episode is called Dips and Salads. Some people think that dips is something totally new that we never had before, but you know what? Dips are not new. Dips are from way back when. If you might have been at somebody's house for Shabbat, and the one thing that you definitely saw happen is that after they cut the challah, after they cut the bread, they dipped it into salt. That's a very interesting custom. Why are we dipping that bread, that challah, into salt? So a very common answer that a lot of people always hear about is that the house and the table is like an altar, and that it used to be that they would salt the sacrifices. So we're supposed to mimic that idea that we are also at this altar. Our Shabbos table is an altar, something really special and holy, and we're dipping our bread to commemorate the sacrifices that we gave way back when. But I have another special idea for you. And this is how it goes. Listen carefully. Salt is a unique ingredient. It doesn't spoil. It doesn't get ruined. And when we take that challah and we are in our little altar, our little mini temple of a home, what we're saying is we're going to take that bread and we're going to dip it into something that's permanent, that's everlasting, that never spoils. That these experiences that we have at our Shabbat table, that we're going to hear about more from different participants, these experiences that we have with our families, they're everlasting, they will never spoil, and they will never ruin. So tonight, get ready, ladies. We're going to learn more than just dipping salt. We're going to learn about salads and other yummy dips. And I think what I'm really excited about is that I'm actually here when they make the food, so I get to taste it. So I'm really excited about that because I never get to taste any of the foods. I always just watch it from my house. So without further ado, I would love to call on Ellen. Ellen, can we find Ellen so we can get some words of inspiration from Ellen about Shabbat? Ellen, let's spotlight Ellen. Ellen, hi! I've never met you, Ellen. You're from where, Ellen?
I live in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Ooh, is it like really sticky hot there?
It's probably the same as it is up there, honestly.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so Ellen, give us some inspiration. Tell me your anecdotal experience about Shabbat. Let's hear it.
So Shabbat is a blessing and an amazing opportunity for each of us every single week. Our job is to strive to make it special and to make it different every single week. In our family, we use the 3 R's of Shabbat: relaxing, reflecting, and reconnecting. Relaxing in our family is we stop and we enjoy. As you light Shabbat candles, really feel the spirit as you bring the light into your mind and into your heart. Take a breath. Stop, enjoy, sing. Sit at your Shabbat table and sing and truly enjoy the time. Don't run around. Make time for yourself, make time for your loved ones, and make time for Hashem. Reflecting, we take the time to reflect on the week that's just passed, on the blessings that we've been granted and the gifts that we've enjoyed. Take the time to reflect on your life, changes that you might make for the week ahead. Since my kids were small, Matthew and Rebecca, when they were little, my husband started out reading Eishes Chayil for me at our Shabbat table. And when the kids were little, we stopped reading Eishes Chayil and we started letting the children have the opportunity to reflect on their week and some of the special things that I did for them. And they would sit at the Shabbat table and they would tell us what Mommy did for us this last week. And they would list all the things. And at the end of it, and it's still a tradition today, my kids are 17 and 15, both in high school. And it's still a tradition today that they end Eishes Chayil, their reflection of the week and the things that I've done for them, with a great big hip hip hooray. It's really wonderful. It's very warm, and it makes me really feel so appreciated by them.
Wow.
The last R is reconnecting as a family, as a congregation, and as an individual. When you're giving the blessings of your children, really connect with them as you say the blessing over your children. As a congregation, even though these challenging times, we can't be together as a congregation, take the time and still connect with your congregation via Zoom calls every week and participate. You know, my kids still read Torah and they read Haftarah, and whenever they're asked, they participate.
Mm.
And as an individual, take the time to thank Hashem for every blessing that you can possibly think of. There are so many little everyday miracles that we get to be fortunate enough to partake in. Take the time to really think about them, reflect on them, and thank him. I personally spend a lot of time talking directly to Hashem, thanking him and being grateful and appreciating the gifts that I've enjoyed. But one of the most beautiful gifts that I get to enjoy every week is the gift of Shabbat. And we're all fortunate enough to enjoy and be able to partake in that wonderful gift and that blessing.
Wow, Ellen, can I just talk about one specific thing that you said that I thought was amazing? Ellen was talking about this song, which is called Eshet Chayil, which means the woman of valor. It's traditionally sung Friday night, for those of you who don't know, and it's really talking about the wonderful attributes of a woman. And so what her family did, which was unbelievable, if it was your husband's idea, kudos to him, that the family takes a modern twist to it. Instead of talking about these ancient prayers, these ancient compliments, her kids actually talk about what she did for them all week long. I love that. I want to do that now. I'm going to tell my kids about that they better get ready, that this Friday night, we're not doing Eshet Chayil the old way. We're doing it Ellen's way. So thank you so much, Ellen. Kol hakavod, all due respect.
Thank you.
And what we're going to get into right now is our first cook. Our first cook, I'm moving my laptop. We're going over to Esther Friedman. Esther Friedman is going to be our first cook. There's Esther. Say hi. Hi, Esther. Okay, so Esther, what are you going to be making for us? We can have the slide come up. Why don't we have the slide of the salad, the first salad? Okay, that's what it looks like, kind of. Okay, and now there's the actual recipe, poppy coleslaw salad. And again, recipes will be given out. We did that last time whenever you need a recipe. Okay, so now we're going to have focus on Esther, please.
So hi, I want to welcome, I'm in the kitchen of Luna Paul. Thank you, Luna, for hosting us. I'd like to, Luna join me and Alana Kaplan. We're from Bergen Jewish Journeys, and we're making salads and dips tonight. And we chose to focus on foods that are symbolically eaten on Rosh Hashanah because they symbolize the positive outcome and the type of desire that we would like to have for the coming year. So I'm going to start first with, I think you have it on the screen, the cabbage, apple, poppy salad. I actually brought the pre-made cabbage. They come pre-made by Dole and other companies. They're washed, but when I bring them home, I wash them and rinse them out anyway. And I brought them in my bags already pre-washed, the cabbage, green cabbage, the red cabbage, and the carrots. And I'm pouring them into a bowl. See, I'm pouring the red cabbage. And I also bought the shredded carrots, all washed out. So we have in the bowl beautiful colors of green, orange, and red. We're going to add to it a cut of apple. And then we're going to make the dressing. I have here 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I'm going to add to it 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I have apple cider vinegar, but I choose to use rice vinegar because it's a little sweeter. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. Juice of a lemon that I pre-squeezed, but you can definitely buy the lemon juice that comes in a bottle. Poppy seeds. I use Trader Joe's, has a great garlic salt mix. I use that. Sprinkle some in, and a little bit of pepper. And I put a dollop of honey in, even though it's not on the recipe. I put a big squeeze of honey in. And I use a wooden spoon to mix it.
Is there specifically why you use wooden, Esther?
I'm going to explain.
Okay,
So first I want to talk about the apple, why we use apple. We chose to make a cabbage and apple. Apple because it's round and sweet, and it symbolizes our desire for a good, sweet year where we judge ourselves and others with a good eye. Cabbage in Hebrew is kruv, which colloquially sounds like karov, which in Hebrew means close. And this is a time that we desire to be close to Hashem and to connect with Hashem. And honey I use for sweetness because we dip the apple in honey. So you could definitely put in a scoop of sugar. I used honey. I like to mix it with a spoon, and specifically a wooden spoon. First of all, a spoon because we are told that on Rosh Hashanah, Hashem judges us, hopefully lekaf schut, for a meritorious year. Kaf sounds like spoon, and so I choose to use a wooden spoon because it reminds me that we come from the earth, and to 120 we return to the earth, and how are we going to journey through life very much is determined by us in our mind, and we ask for it on Rosh Hashanah. So that's why I choose to use a wooden spoon. I mix the dressing. I'm putting it into the salad. I'm mixing all the beautiful ingredients together, and we get a really nice, colorful salad here that reminds us to connect to Hashem, to desire to grow close to Hashem, and to pray for a sweet year. And poppies, I just wanted to add that poppy seeds are round and are symbolic of vitality, wholeness, completion, and perfection. And who doesn't want a beautiful, perfect year? Oh, voila.
Okay, Esther, wow, that was outstanding. That looks yummy. I'm going to taste it really soon, so don't worry. I'll tell you all what it tastes like. So we have another words of inspiration. We are looking for Jane. Jane Frank. Is Jane Frank in the house? Can we spotlight Jane?
I'm here.
Okay, they're going to spotlight you, Jane. There's
Fantastic.
Jane.
Now you can see all my wrinkles.
Ah, Jane, so where
Hi,
are you from,
everybody.
Jane? Where are you from?
Bergen County,
Okay, Jane.
New Jersey.
New Jersey, or Jersey girl. Are you really from Jersey?
Yeah, born and bred. I had to learn how to pump gas.
Okay, you're freezing up just a little bit. I hope we'll be okay. So Jane, give us some words of inspiration for Shabbat.
So actually, Esther, who just made the beautiful salad, called me and asked me to do this. And I said, are you sure you want it to be me? And then I actually spied on last week's meeting to see exactly what you were looking for. And so I decided to talk a little about Shabbat candles. When I was growing up, my mother always lit 6 Shabbat candles. And then whenever I had seen any pictures about Shabbat and Shabbat candles or any images, there were always 2 candles displayed. And I thought that was strange. I knew why my mother lit 6 candles, one for her, one for my father, and each of us children. And she learned that from her mother, who had always lit 10 candles. But I never knew why most people lit 2. And it's possible that everyone here knows, but that's what I decided to speak about. So if you want, you can walk away. But the first candle is for Zachor, which is to remember the Sabbath day. And it talks about that in the book of Exodus. And the second candle is for Shamor, to observe the Sabbath day. And that's from Deuteronomy. And the beautiful disarming simplicity of the two candles is a doorway to blessings for those who choose to walk through it. And I listened to the woman that spoke about Shabbat, about the New York Times last week, and I thought that was so interesting that women over centuries have been counted on to light the Shabbat candles, and that Jewish households have been identified through the centuries by these lights on Friday evenings. Even in the first century in Rome, Seneca fought against this alarming spread of Judaism. He tried to outlaw candle lighting since the Roman gods didn't need light to do their work. But he felt like, oh, the Jewish God needed light to do their work. The lighting of Shabbat candles was so widespread that 150 years later, when the Mishnah was written, it didn't command the lighting of candles. It just got into the specifics about what type of wicks and what oils to use. And then when the Talmud was written, Rambam spoke about the fact that both men and women are equally obligated to light Shabbat candles, but that it generally fell to the women because they were home. And it says that without life, Shabbat is bereft of joy. And even if we don't have money to buy food, we are to borrow oil for lighting Shabbat candles. It's that intrinsic to Shabbat. And then I read this old midrash, because I think they're all old. I don't know if anybody's writing any new midrashes.
No, they're not.
They state that the primary building block of the universe is shalom, or harmony, because that is what God created first, light. And the interpretation of that comes from Isaiah that says, I can give you the verse, but it doesn't really matter. It says, I form light and create darkness, and make peace and create woe. And that's why we light our Shabbat candles before Kiddush is recited, because nothing should come before peace in our homes. Now, as for me, when I first married, I grew up having Shabbat dinner with my family, and my mom always invited pretty much the universe. And when my sister was in medical school, if you came for dinner, you were going to get an exam before you left from my sister. But then when I got married, I went to my in-laws every Friday night for dinner, and they are Sephardic, so there were some small changes, but I never felt comfortable leaving the candles lit in my home when I wasn't home. So I didn't get into the habit of doing it. But when I do light candles, I light 6, one for each of my children and myself, and I additional one for all of my family in Israel. And when I speak about all of my family in Israel, I'm speaking about every single Jewish person in the land of Israel, because I believe that they need an extra prayer to stay safe and healthy while keeping our homeland alive and vital. So I don't know if I'm out of time, but
yeah, you're everything you're saying is beautiful, but yeah, we do have to get into.
Good, I'm done.
We have to get into
Shabbat shalom, everybody. Enjoy your salads.
Okay. Thank you so much. I love the concept of candles, and that just goes to show you, everybody, how lighting Shabbat candles really is generational. Sometimes we do things and we don't know the effects of them, but lighting Shabbat candles seems to be that generic tradition around us. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the host of this actual home that we're in, this beautiful home. This is Luna. I'm going to go over to Luna. She is the dip master. She is dip-tastic, and she's going to give us dips with lots of tips. Say hi, Luna.
Hi.
Can I just show you her spread here? Look at this. Look at this spread that she has ready to go for us. Okay. Where are you working from so I can set you up here?
Okay, so I'm going to be working from the stove, so maybe you can put the computer right there? Oh, it's too far.
No. Wait. I don't think, no, that's not going to work either. No.
Right.
Yeah, could everybody see? I hope you could see. But we want to see Luna also, so I don't know.
All right, so I will start by setting the fire on medium. Adding what I want to say is my recipes don't have measurements, because these dips you really cannot make mistakes. So it's all by taste. I'm adding approximately 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I will add chopped onions. and tomatoes. These are jalapeno peppers. The vein, I got rid of all the seeds so they're not spicy, but jalapeno peppers really give an amazing taste to this dip. So as many or as little as you want is okay. And while this is cooking to 350 degrees, I slice them, salt, pepper, a little bit of olive oil, 350 degrees until they were light brown. All right, so we cook this for a little bit, I would say 10 minutes. I like to add a little bit of pepper. Salt.
She's moving. She's moving.
This over here.
There she is. We're moving again.
A little bit of salt.
There we go. This looks yum and colorful.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Delicious. So while we're waiting for this to cook, should we jump to something else?
Yeah, you want to jump to another dip? Let's jump to another dip.
Yes.
Okay,
right.
we're going to jump to one more dip and then we'll get words of inspiration and another salad.
So here we have the beet salad, which we eat it with challah, and I already chopped the cooked beets. I have this amazing machine that.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're not trying to sell this. We don't get any commission, but I'm just letting you know, if you ever want to make Israeli salad, this is the little gizmo that you want to get.
Yes.
Yes.
And all my vegetables, I really chop here. The tomatoes, the onions, the peppers, everything I always chop here. So I'm just gonna show you how quickly this is done. 2 seconds.
I think they call it the onion chopper, right? You
It's
could
the
get
onion
it at Bed Bath & Beyond. You get it online. Again, we're not selling it. No commission, but I'm just telling you guys, it just saves lots and lots of time.
Lots of time.
And that's what we're all about, saving time. Because us
So,
women, we're busy.
Look at this.
It's loud, it's noisy, but it's amazing.
For 2 seconds, I slice, chop half of an onion. So
And you know
I
what?
love it.
Kids love to do it also.
Kids
My
love
kids,
to do it.
my kids love this.
All right.
I just want to jump in and add, we chose to do a beet salad, right?
Yes.
And we're doing beets, which in Hebrew, beets is selek, and we're choosing to ask Hashem to remove the selek, to remove our enemies and adversaries and anyone who disturbs us from our lives. So we thought beets or selek salad would be beautiful.
Yes.
Eggplant and tomatoes, which is the salad that we were preparing earlier, because eggplants have a lot of nutritional value. Not only do they provide a lot of minerals and vitamins, as well as tomatoes, they have medicinal properties that they help prevent cancer, they help boost energy, they're good for our health, and they're also excellent for our thinking, our brain, give us brain power.
Mm-hmm.
So as the new year comes, we thought it would be really, really appropriate to pray to Hashem that he help boost us in all those areas.
Excellent, excellent.
Right. So we chop the beets with the machine, with the chopper. Add chopped red onions, a little bit of lemon, balsamic vinegar.
Mm. You guys, you don't know, it smells amazing here.
A little bit of garlic.
Don't you love that when people say a little bit of garlic, it's really a lot?
Well, yeah, I love garlic. So
Yeah, it's always a lot.
Olive oil.
Okay. Also the oil.
Olive oil. And something different that I love to put here is fennel seeds.
Oh.
Fennel seeds go amazing with the salad. So a little bit, mix it all together. And I love to, when I do this, I like to put some parsley. I know for color. So yeah, for color. And when I serve it with the carrots. And it's just a very colorful presentation. I have it right here.
Great, great. Okay.
So that's a salad.
Okay, excellent, excellent. Okay. We could go to one more salad and then maybe some words. Sorry. Let's see. Inspiration. We got one more words of inspiration. Okay. Do we have Elaine in the house? Elaine from all the way from Arizona.
Hi. Can you see me?
You have Elaine in the house.
Hi. I'm right here. Hi.
Can they see? You're not
Hello?
on the screen yet. There's Elaine. I'm saying hello to you.
Good friend from Arizona.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Elaine.
Hi, Luna. I can't wait to come to your kitchen on my next visit to Teaneck. So, Luna is a very, very close friend of mine who used to live in Arizona. I'm so excited to learn about your new recipe. I can tell you her food is amazing, so you should try it. Sharing my words of inspiration, when Robin asked me if I would want to say something, I told her, well, can I talk about something I'm struggling with and the solution that I am, looking for? And she said, sure. So for many, many years, I worked in the private school, in Jewish private school. So holidays was not an issue. And, Shabbat, we used to, go home early and have enough time to make Shabbat. But in the past few years, I've been working in the public school as a special ed educator and coming home very late, including Friday, and not always able to cook everything on Thursday. And I said to Robin that sometimes I get home at 5 o'clock on Friday and I'm like, I'm not making Shabbat dinner, which is really not true because I always make Shabbat dinner, regardless if it's a simple one or more fancy one. And I said, sometimes I feel like God is giving me a message and doesn't let me get away with not doing Shabbat for my family. And either by me resting for 20 minutes and then pulling myself together and cooking, or by my husband saying, let me help you, and we're cooking together, somehow we get Shabbat dinner ready. And it's not easy for me. I'm not also the person who's cooking on Thursday because I am exhausted from a week of working so many hours. So I do feel that this is kind of ashgacha from God. Tell me, you can do it. Don't give up. You can do it. And at the end of the day, sitting around the table with my family.
Oh
no! So I save it. So this is my story. I'm excited that I am always able to make Shabbat somehow, exhausted or not.
Oh, thank you so much, Elaine. And I agree. We all have struggles. And you know what? What's amazing is that when I know somebody else is going through something, tough times, it makes my tough times that much better. So thank you so much for sharing a little bit of a struggle, because it makes my struggles less of a struggle. So I really appreciate that. So without further ado, we're going to go to another salad. Is that what we're doing now? We're going through another salad. Esther, you're doing a salad, or Alana's doing a salad? We could skip a screen. Maybe we could just go. We're going to skip. If we go to the screen, skip to the third salad. I know I don't mean to drive you crazy. Skip to the third salad because we have Alana Kaplan in the house, and she's going to show us how she makes the third salad on the screen. If you hear me, Lisa, go to the third salad for a second so everyone can see it's the third one. Is that pomegranate apple salad? Yes, the pomegranate apple salad. Okay, that's the one we're going to do. That's the recipe again. In the chat, the recipes are all there. That's Alana, everybody. Okay, you can highlight Alana. Beautiful. Okay, go ahead, Alana. Take it away.
Okay, great. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing great tonight. And thank you for joining us. So anyone who knows me well or has been to my house knows I love salads. That's definitely my thing. I usually do not go for the sweet salads, but because this is a special segment and we're trying to highlight different salads that you can make for Rosh Hashanah and things that have the symbolic foods in them. So we chose a sweet salad to do. I'm actually going to do a lettuce salad, and everything is pre-prepared and pre-measured. But I did want to talk a little bit about washing lettuce because we've been referencing that a little bit. So when you buy romaine lettuce, whole heads of romaine lettuce, there are different ways to wash it to make sure that there are no bugs. This is what I do. What I've learned, there are other ways. I fill a bowl with soapy water. So this is a bowl just filled with soapy water, and I take each leaf off of the stalk of romaine individually, put it in the soapy water. And the idea is not just to clean the lettuce, but also to get off any bugs that might be in there, because we don't want to eat any bugs. Okay, so you put it in your soapy water. Some people use like vegetable wash. Some people use, I think Esther said she uses water with vinegar. So there are different ways to do it. I do the soapy water thing. It's easy. I mix it around. I kind of agitate the water a little bit. And then what I will do is I'll take each leaf, wash it under the faucet to get the soap off and to make sure it's clean. And then I use a salad spinner so I can get all the water out. And that is how I clean my lettuce. It's really very easy. I usually do like a couple heads at a time so that I have it prepared. I don't do it too far in advance because I don't want it to get wilty. But I will do a couple of heads maybe for 2 nights of salad. But now this has all been pre-prepared and pre-done. So we're going to talk about our next salad, which is the pomegranate apple salad, which is 2 heads of lettuce. And put in the bowl. I happen to love romaine lettuce. But you can use other lettuce. So 2 heads of romaine, 2 shelled pomegranate seeds. So this, you can either buy them pre-shelled or and shell them on your own. I do have a it up, but I don't think it's perfect. I'm not going to show it now. Pomegranate seeds are one of the symbolisms. By the way, there are lots of great symbolism cards that you can get before Rosh Hashanah that explain all the different symbolism and all the foods.
Simanim means what?
Simanim, thank you, Jordana. Simanim mean symbols, and we eat different symbolic foods on Rosh Hashanah for lots of good signs that we should have for the year. So for pomegranates, we say it Shamir Bruce Kuyok Rimon, that we should increase our merits like pomegranate. There are ideas that pomegranates have 613 seeds. I think that's a misconception. I think pomegranates have different numbers of seeds, but pomegranates are very important because they're one of the 7 species that are special to the land of Israel. And pomegranates have a lot of symbolism in Judaism, which we can talk about another time. But pomegranates are very important and very healthy. Love pomegranates. So this salad has pomegranates in it. We're going to pour those in. It also has half a red onion chopped, which has been pre-chopped. You have it. And it also has apple in it. So I think Esther talked a little bit about the importance of apple, but apples, as we know, they're sweet and round, and a symbol to have a sweet year, a healthy year, a full and prosperous year, full of good things. So we're going to pour our apples into our salad. And then if you want, you can get creative and you can add other things to the salad like scallions. Libby talked about cleaning scallions last week, so I'm not going to do that. You can add scallions to it. You can add also parsley and cilantro to the salad if you want. Here we have pre-washed parsley and cilantro. You can also add celery. By the way, I clean my spices the same way that my fresh spices, the same way that I showed you with the lettuce in soapy water. Okay, now we're going to make the salad dressing. So a lot of the stuff I pre-measured, and you can see on your screen it has 3/4 of a cup of olive oil. Now I didn't pre-prepare the honey on purpose because this is one of my favorite tricks when I'm using honey. I put oil in, I do the oil first, and then I pour in the honey, which is 1/3 of a cup of honey. And if you do that, then
Oh my gosh.
Such a great tip.
Great tips tonight, everybody.
Whenever I
Great
use
tips.
honey, I do the oil first, and then it will pour right out, all of it. Right? I pour that right in the salad, but that's okay. It's all gonna go together. Okay, then after that, we prepared everything else. So it's 1/2 of the juice of lemon. You can use, I like freshly squeezed much better, but you can use it from the jar also. 2 garlic cloves minced, which had been pre-prepared for us. This is a great garlic mincer if anyone's interested. You can use the garlic cloves and put it in and mince it yourself. Okay, or you can just buy the stuff in the jar, which is what I often do. It's much easier. There are two tablespoons of poppy seeds and a teaspoon of dry mustard. This is the dry mustard, what it looks like. This is pre-measured, a teaspoon of it. And then I'm gonna just put the top on, shake up our dressing, put it on the salad, and it's ready to go. A nice sweet salad with a bunch of simanim in it, a bunch of the symbols, the pomegranate seeds, the apples, and a delicious sweet salad to have a sweet new year.
Oh.
Enjoy.
Oh, wow. Thank you so, so much. That was outstanding, Ilana. And I can't wait. Again, things are lining up here. I can't wait to taste it. You're going to see me taste everything here very soon. So let's get to our another words of inspiration. So we have Tanya in the house. Tanya, are you around? Hi, Tanya. Hi.
Right.
Where are you from, Tanya? Oh, wait. Are you still muted? Because we cannot hear you. No. Yeah, you're muted. Unmute yourself, Tanya. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you
Sorry.
go. Very good.
Hi. I'm from Bergen County, New Jersey. And I just wanted to talk about my journey, kind of, what brought me here. In this Parsha, this is the month of Elul, and this is the first Parsha that we read in this month, which is Kitzitze. And it talks about, various laws and how we're supposed to relate to each other, in marriage and in business. And it talks about Teshuvah a little bit and, our own redemption. And I feel like it really resonates with me and my journey, because I grew up very secular. And, I took a trip to Israel in 2015 with Esther and, Dina and my wonderful city leaders. And since then, when I was in Israel, I really decided to start keeping Shabbat, just one time, just not completely shut off my phone and not use any of my devices, and, truly stick to the plan and keep it. And when I came back, I figured, in addition to lighting candles, which I was already doing, I decided to just turn off my devices and really follow through with this in my family and start keeping Shabbat, the real way. And I think it's been an amazing journey so far for us, as far as what it has done to our family. And it's truly a way for us to come together and to talk to each other. And I hope that we keep going with this. So thank you so much for always inspiring me. Thank you to my city leaders.
That's great.
That's
Can I tell you one thing that you said resonated with me? And I don't know if everyone picked up on this one detail. I picked up on it, and I think that was the key to what you said. She said when she came back, she was going to keep one Shabbat the way she can. She's going to put her phone away, whatever it might be. But she didn't say, I'm going to keep Shabbat for the rest of my life. She says, I'm going to keep one. And one, what happens with one? One sometimes leads to two, and two could lead to three. But it doesn't have to necessarily. One could just be one. But that's what's so special. When you put things in perspective and you take one day at a time, it's like taking one step in front of another step, in front of another step. It could be in anything in life. If we're going through troubles and, struggles, and we don't know how to get up in the morning, we don't know how to move. You put one foot in front of the other. You don't think about getting to the top. You focus on one. So thank you, Tanya, for putting that. I don't even know if you said that on purpose, but just to let you know, that was
Thank
key.
you so much.
Key, one. Okay, so I got some food here, and while we I think we have another dip. We're gonna do another dip. While we do another dip, I am gonna taste some of these yummy foods and salads going on here. So without further ado, I'm going to put it back to Luna. Luna's going to give us some more, and then we're going to have our final words of inspiration, I think. Okay, so we're going to put this like this, okay? Like that. Is that good?
All right, so we're going to do roasted garlic with olive oil, and I'm going to give a tip on how I peel the garlic. I like to heat the garlic with a can. Break it. I'm not hitting it. Oh. Okay, now I have this little silicone tube that I love because it really makes things a lot easier. Can they see? They can. So yes. You roll it and the garlic peels. It takes no time. I'll do it one more time. And it's peeled. So again, online, Williams Sonoma, anywhere. Silicone garlic peeler. Amazing. I love it. So I put garlics in a container, in a Pyrex, something that you can put in the oven. Any herbs you have in your house will work. I'm adding here, I'm doing thyme and rosemary. I like to add peppercorns, just a couple. And this time I will add bay leaf, just because I have them, you don't have to. And approximately 1 cup of olive oil.
That's how you know she's a real cook, when she says approximately.
So it looks like this. You put it in your oven at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and they should look like this when they're done.
Wow.
Wait, can you?
Yeah, they see it. If you see it, they see it.
Okay. I just want to pop in and say we chose garlic because garlic in Hebrew is shum, and there's an expression in Hebrew is zeh shum davar. This is nothing. That as the new year comes and we live every day of our lives, that nothing really matters. We shouldn't let it bother us because everything comes from Hashem, and really zeh shum davar.
Oh, I love that, ladies. That was great. And you know what? This is outstanding to dip into challah. Challah in this, out of this world, out of this world. So now, we have one more words of inspiration. One more words of inspiration. We are looking for Karen. Do you have Karen Kaplan? Ah, there's Karen. Hi, Karen. How are you? All the way from Arizona. You should realize, everybody, that Arizona is 3 hours before us. And it's really nice and amazing that Project Inspire Arizona joining us. I want to thank you so, so much.
We're so happy.
Just so you know, while she talks,
thank you.
Really yummy. So Karen, without further ado.
Hi. Yes. So the when I saw the schedule and I was the last one, I was like, oh, okay, great. I get to watch the show. But the extra benefit is that I learned so many great tips, and I can relate to so many of the things that people were saying. So we're all in this together, and I really appreciate all of the great ideas and great recipes that you all shared. So I also am Baal Tshuva. We started our journey about 13 years ago, and we're fairly secular at that time, and have just really grown and really found so much meaning and so much beauty in specifically keeping Shabbos, but so many other things that we do now. So I just wanted to share a little bit about what our personal journey was, but I want to go back just about, I don't know, almost 6,000 years ago when Hashem, or more. And in the very, very, very beginning, the Torah records that that the world was empty and chaotic and dark, and at one point he said he said, "Let there be light." And at that time, he the light came and it gave order, it imposed order in the world. It's a lot like what Shabbos does for us now. A few months ago, even up till now, so much is uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen really, from all of the things that we've been going through, not just from Corona, but we just never know. And Hashem runs this world, and that's 100% true. And when we light our candles, we as a family, and our community, we really feel connected to that calmness and that beauty that the light gives us by lighting those candles. And Shabbos is never, it's never the same, and there's different things for us that really stick with us, and I don't always know what it's going to be. It could be that feeling when I'm lighting my candles, or it could be a dip or a salad that I make, or some conversation that my kids and my husband and I have together. We have in the past brought in a lot of guests, and we're a guest at a lot of different tables as well. We're very, very thankful and fortunate. But over these past few months, it's just been my little family, and it's been very, very special. We've read the Torah together in English, because we really, feel that for us at our home, that's where we can feel the most, that we, I really feel like I'm really connecting to those beautiful words and those beautiful messages. So sometimes it's that, sometimes it's a funny story, or a lesson that one of us learns along the way, along the week, that we share with each other. So it's always different, but the thread that goes through each of our Shabbases, whether they're small or large or here or there, is that we are connecting to this beautiful light that Hashem has given us. And there's, even when there's chaos, there's still beauty, and we can all grow and feel connected to Hashem, to our world, to our community. That's all.
So much, Karen. I love that idea about the darkness and we're talking about how Shabbat is the light of our week. And no matter what we went through all week long, when we get to Shabbat, we could try to zone it in or zone it out, however you want to do it, and really try to soak in and be more mindful of the weekend, of that special altar, that special temple that we have of our home. We're going to bring it back. We're going to end off with Luna. Luna, you're going to talk a lot louder, because that's what I've been hearing on the chat.
Okay.
They want to hear all your wonderful things, Luna.
Okay, so we're going to finish the eggplant dip, which we've been cooking. We added the eggplant, the roasted eggplant, some tomato sauce. We're going to mix it. Okay, we will add some paprika.
Now, what type of paprika is that? Because I've seen many different types.
Just regular paprika.
Okay, it's regular. Okay, but you know what I'm talking about. There's smoky, there's spicy, there's regular.
We don't want to put spicy because we put pepper.
Okay, that's true.
Jalapeno peppers. We're going to put some parsley at the end. So we're just going to let it cook for another half an hour covered. And this is the final product.
Oh, we got I'm so excited I get to eat the final product. Oh, look at that.
So this is amazing with challah, delicious.
So we got the garlic with the challah. We got the eggplant with the challah. I started off talking about salt with the challah. Yes. Oh my gosh, that is outstanding. Amazing. What an evening of yummy food. Wait, can I get some of that eggplant? I got to get some of that eggplant. Okay. I'm not having challah because I'm off of bread. But, okay. Don't tell anybody that. Okay. I just told everybody, but don't tell anybody. Okay. So eggplant. Okay. We make a blessing. Adama.
Amen.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is like yum. Okay. Maybe she'll give me some to take home. Okay. Oh, this is really amazing. All right. Okay. So Let's talk about what we learned this evening. We learned about tips. We learned about dips. We learned about salads. We even touched on Rosh Hashanah that's coming up very soon. And we spoke about different omens and symbols and signs for Rosh Hashanah. Again, in the chat, you're going to find all the different recipes that we made. And I would really like to thank Project Inspire for setting up all these tastes of Shabbos, which was awesome that they did this. So last time we had the fish. This time was dips and salads. The next one, which is going to be soup, is not until September 8th. Okay, it's not until September 8th. Look out for the flyers. That is going to be featuring Arizona. They're going to be the cooks, and we'll have all the different branches throughout the United States and Canada presenting their words of inspiration. Okay, there is another salad that you didn't get to see because we've over-prepared for tonight. Good, yo, us, yeah. So you could find that. It's in the slides that was shared with you. You'll see that recipe also. And also, I think there should be a flyer that should be coming up right now. Yes, there it is. There's another, I spoke about this last time. I spoke about this new program that's going to be, that's a little bit more in depth of what we're doing. So if you see, it's called Soul Food Holiday Series, where it's a much more intimate program. You have the two people that are running it, Rachel Berg and Aviva Brody. You have their numbers on the screen right now if you want to jot that down. They are focusing on recipes and different aspects of Elul and Rosh Hashanah. You can, if more people want to join in, even though they want to keep it a little intimate, they think there's still some availability, but it really, you get more in depth into the learning. Here, what we're doing in our show, we're really focused on the cooking and some anecdotal words of inspiration. They're more focused on really a second level of really getting into the learning a little bit more. So look out, if you want to jot down those phone numbers, you want to get connected. If you see, it's Wednesday night on Zoom at 8 p.m. You have one August 19th. They had through September 16th. You can still join in even though it started. And we had a wonderful evening with everyone from Project Inspire. Thank you. The class is about a half an hour, I'm being told. So thank you for letting me know that the class is a half an hour. That's important to know. And I am so thrilled that we had people from all over the place. Yes, the garlic dip recipe is on there. So people ask you for that garlic dip recipe. Okay, what kinds of challah can you use? You can use any kind of challah. Okay, but I personally would use a little bit more plain. That way you can really get the flavor of the dip. Okay, so
we have to streamline.
Thank you, everybody.
What?
Thank you.
Thank you, Jordana.
Wonderful.
Have a good night.
You'll have to wait. I'm busy right now.
Hi.
I want recipe for the fish as well.
Thank you.
Where can I get the recipe for the fish?
The recipe from the fish? You want the recipes from the fish also?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so then I think the best thing is to email maybe Project. I don't know where else it was located. The recipes, I don't know who's talking to me.
Janet from Calgary.
Oh, I see Janet. Steve up there.
What kind of challah?
Janet, maybe you can. I wonder if you could email me, and I can make sure to get it, Janet. Or if you have a speaker. Okay. Oh, there you go. Email. See, look on the chat. It says email info@projectinspire.com for the recipes, and they'll send them right to you. Okay.
Good. Thank you so much.
What kind of challah?
Double thumbs.
What kind of challah?
Any type of challah you could use for these.
No, but she made a special challah?
No one made a special challah.
Oh,
you could use any challah. Okay, don't worry. So I'm just saying, if the challah is plain, it's better because you could enjoy it more. My kids don't like to have a sweet challah with the dip. They seem to like something a little more bland, then they have it with the dip. But you know what? Everybody's different.
What?
He does kind of have free reign.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he shouldn't.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Email again. The email.
Thank you, Elisa. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Can I get the email again, please?
Okay, in the chat, do you know how to go to the chat? You'll see the
No.
actual email address in the chat.
Project Inspire.
Okay,
Project
you see it?
Inspire. Oh, I missed it too fast.
Oh, it's right there. It's still in the chat. It's still in the chat. info@projectinspire.com. info@projectinspire.com. Thank you, Project Inspire. A great evening again. Thank you.